Hello, League fans, and welcome back to Rio de Janeiro's Jeunesse Arena for the 2017 Mid-Season Invitational. Now, it was raining outside, but that didn't stop our fans and cosplayers from making their way all the way here to see our top teams at MSI perform in the knockout stage. Here you see SKT getting ready in their ready room. Flash Wolves, the Korean Kryptonite, they're also prepping for their big best-of-5 series here today.
I think on the Flash Wolves side, if you look at Casa, you look at Maple, the two we're always looking to go up. These are very proactive picks for them to really open up a game. So a lot of the things we thought were going to happen kind of eventuate here in the first draft.
Yeah, and something that SK Telecom's team comp lacks is a surefire way of initiating. They're basically hoping that Faker can sneak in a shockwave somewhere, or that Huni can land an impressive flash taunt. This is a very common thing for SKT to do in team compositions, but if they are caught a little bit on the back foot, it is much more difficult for them to create openings.
Well, we're going to move out onto the Rift for the first game of our first semi-final. SKT will play the Flash Wolves for the first time ever internationally in a best-of-5 in game one.
By Peanut to start that camp.
Really smart stuff from Flash Wolves. Peanut actually going to recall as well after make that blue. Actually now bottom line, Wolf in trouble. He'll force the burner. Shona wants it. Flash orders but can't get the kill now. Betty cutting back on the bangs. He needs a few more autos. Bang. Flashes in. That's first blood for SKT.
Insane amount of aggression already straight up in the 2v2, knowing there were no junglers in the same quadrant. Flashes in for the headshot, including flash front attack that was never going to kill. Casa's bot lane, though.
No sums here, so they may have overstayed. Flash forward there. Wolf is going to be the target. There's damage back. Casa finally grabs the trade.
For them to do something here before the 35-minute mark, they need to make things happen in the side lanes.
They got bang! Oh, no, he's backwards, and that's Sorta going to root him down. Shot coming out from Benny. This should be a kill. Flash was with the outplay, forcing the fight, but here's Maple. Now onto Wolf, gets the chain down. So much damage. Second chain lands, and Flash was come alive.
SKT accept the losses. Bang with a very rare mechanical misplay.
Shooting where he came from the brush, but Flash was maybe looking for something here. MMD blast cones over aggressively, trying to posture. Maple in as well. Arrow hits Bang again, and Maple dives through into Flash up from MMD, but Faker, 3 minutes over, but Bang gets exploded by Casa, and that's almost all the damage. Maple is going to move in now. Faker gets hooked by MMD. SKT fighting a 5v4 as best they can. Sorta takes a big chunk of damage. SKT looking to disengage.
Not be hit by those Ash arrows, especially after using his E.
Maple in again. Peanut now going to be the one rooted up. Flash forward, but Maple lands another long-range chain. This goes over into the robot. Casa flashes instantly. The Flash was Alpha Bot. Peanut dead. They have a few moments in these next minutes to really bust the game wide open.
But the issue with SKT is they can't really force much. They don't have a comp that can force. So even if they're trading down in terms of effectiveness, as we see them actually taken out of mid lane.
Bang again gets stunned up, but arrows are there. Flash was fighting 2v3, 2v4 with Daisy in the mix as well. Flash was disengaged. Oh, could turn it back around. Faker does get the shockwave on the Casa, but that's a cooldown burn as Flash was collapsing. MMD coming in for the right-hand side. Maple looking for the flame join. He's going to flash it out. Maple getting in there, but there's the depth touch on. Bang does take out Sorta. SKT may have just defended Maple. Getting a caught. He's forced to flash the Sorta away, but Faker chasing in. Needs one more auto. Gets it now. MMD back with the blast code into SKT. Going to flash out of the way, but Faker going to keep chasing. Root call lands from Peanut. MMD, he's tanky, but it's not enough. There's SKT with the team fight.
And listen, that's their way of forcing you. Throw down Daisy in the mid lane, and you force the other team to come to you.
Shut down from Bang.
This fight was so much better from Bang. Had to flash defensively, straight into basically melee range of Akama, took her out, and then the target selection there, much cleaner. And you make that play at 27 minutes, and suddenly, Baron is a real objective.
Yeah, this is what we saw from the SKT draft. They needed to be able to withstand and not get starved out in vision by the Flash Wolves. Flash Wolves were hesitating for a second, and the way they collapsed, they stick around a little bit too long in the mid lane and allow Bang to get out a lot of poke so that they can't all focus Bang at the same time. They can cleanse multiple CCs, assuming they don't overlap. Flash Wolves doesn't want to let them set up. They're teleporting in with the Blanc, trying to get that initiation this time.
Bang ulted up again, but the shield should be able to keep him alive. He's got no other stuns, but Maple trying to do damage on the other side. Wildgrowth burnt on Wolf, but SKT just have too much strength here. MMD fighting in the middle, but Daisy's going to knock him up. There's too much here. The Redemption's going to heal him for a little while longer. Shield isn't enough to keep him alive. Peanut actually gets last hit credit, and now Bang just straightforward with the Lulu playing up.
And unless Flash Wolves is splitting SKT up, this 5-man team composition is immensely effective. You can see even with some of the catches and making Wolfald himself on Lulu, Bang's still full health and pushing forward.
It's also very optimistic to actually choose the time to engage, which, as you say, is not necessarily the best route to play when the Baron buff is being written by SKT. They already have it, they're already putting it to good use. That's the base broken. And SKT, after so many sidesteps, so much great play from the Flash Wolves, the result looks like it'll still say SKT 1-0.
They're not done, and Maple doesn't have his TP, so SKT are actually going to go for the Nexus turret here. Carson gets caught out, that's a kill again for Bang. Huni loops forward, tries to find Betty, but Betty's going to kite back. Stand United, they're going to keep Bang himself alive, and he's just laying shots into the back. Ace in the whole block by Sword Art. Faker forces the flash with a shockwave. Nexus turret number 2 down, as now the Nexus is exposed, and SKT in one fell swoop may well end this game. Maple polymocked up, dead to Huni, as Huni now get wild growth up so they can finish the rest of the fight. Betty is tickling the tanks in the front line, and SKT just will not be stopped. Sword Art trucked out into oblivion, and that's going to be game 1, SK Telecom.
It was over right when it started for SKT. As soon as they started pushing that mid lane down and committing to it with about 2.5 items onto Caitlyn, Flash Wolves was unable to mount the right answer. They seemed like they were in it because they were playing the side lanes and able to get a few kills on SKT, but that's the patience of SKT, knowing exactly when to pound.
Ignite top laner for Huni. Like, if things were going to start getting heated like we saw them in the group stage for that top half of the map, we're going to be seeing no more zeros in those first 3 members of SKT, I don't think.
Yeah, it's a strong front line from both teams in this one. Still more split push priority on the side of Flash Wolves, and they're going to have to be incredibly cautious to not get caught in the mid lane when SKT can group up as 5 and just kind of power through, because that's what SKT is incredibly good at doing.
And the amusing thing is the second support here for SKT after the Braum is kind of the Cassiopeia, who can stand in the backline and use the threat of the ultimate Petrifying Gaze as a disengage tool to allow Twitch to open up. So it's definitely not a prototypical support mid, but you can play 2 lines of scrimmage, Olaf and Fizz diving in, and the Cassiopeia, Twitch and Braum in the backline.
Almost on life support already. Negatron Cloak early will need every ounce of combat stat he can get, and Faker has gone for that tier. His Casa been fished up there by Huni. Damage coming in. This looks like first blood. Ignite is there. Goodbye, Casa. Just to see if maybe something can be done. Was on a recall as it built for the Casa.
Something can be done.
Oh no, he can! On the ultimate Maple chain. He's good with that force to fly. Whoops in here as well. It's a party in the mid lane, and Bang gets a second kill.
It went 5, so the largest CS at 10 anyone has ever had at MSI, Faker does in the semifinal.
Against Maple in a semifinal, like you say.
All right, now time for Ocean Drake, because Cassiopeia does a lot of damage to neutral objectives. No one is leaving their lanes for fear of dying, so an easy pickup there is MMD. Maybe going to get soloed here. Casa in, but the ignite and the dot damage is enough. Huni burns one down. Casa too late.
In the regular season, as they're looking for a dive again on Maple. It's 2 levels between Maple and Faker.
I mean, this team adapts well in 5 games. They had 5 days and more to try and get something done, and now Peanut and Faker grouped up to try and take it. Tara Flash Wolves, we're going to trade, but the fish could stop it all. Betty eaten up by Sorta, but it actually gets a double knockoff as a result. First Tara finally down. Huni just buying a bit of time. He gets summoned by MMD. Damage going to come out. There's the exhaust down. Going to get eaten by the big fish, but Hathalani leaping away and clears the way for the result. Still moving through. Nimble Fighter helping as he cuts through the minion wave. Huni on a killing spree. Varus taking too many minions, and Huni is going to try and execute. No, shut down barely. Timer not there.
The carries as well when he needs to, just like in this game on the Fizz. And he is becoming that complete player. And when you're a complete player on SKT, you're a winner.
Well, it looks like someone snuck in. It is Caster in the top side. Taunt's going to land off the Huni, but I'm not sure they've got enough damage. Fish does go wide there, so now he's going to have to Ocean Strike back to that minion. Flash forward from Caster. Ulti, he's going to miss despite the cancel. Playable Trickster away. One in the front. Stand United just to be sure.
Plus the Rift Herald buff for Huni, so SKT actually pretty happy to keep this map spread out. When you see the Vamp Scepter on Huni, you know there's no way he's going for a team fight Fizz right here. He's really just trying to dominate that 1v1 versus Shen.
Well, looks like they're going to chase Maple, who's on the wrong side of the map. Dashes over to the wall, might be looking for an execute at this point. Needs to make it all the way to the Fountain Laser without getting tagged. Maple.
One spell.
Peanuts is lining up the last one. He's trying to trigger. Oh, he finally got hit. Maple gives it up. He's like, all right, I'll fight you. Peanuts like, yep, I'll grab that one. Kaza miasma'd up. Winter's Blast's going to miss. Faker just going to chase forward. Force the gobble from Sword Art. Faker not done. Berserk's going to get chained up by Maple, but Maple does pitiful damage at this point.
And that's Faker understanding vision as well as his own strength. He knows he's not going to get turned around on because 4 members of his team were missing, but it was just him and Wolf that were walking into the entire Flash Wolves team. They pushed him back. Look at this Baron drop.
Wolf's just going to zone them out of the way. The rest of the team finished it already dead before Flash Wolves get anywhere close. And now SKT going to leap into action. Kasa, ulti's away, Faker Flash, ulti's just for the souls. Betty gets a nice chain out, but Peter prompts the Ragnarok, goes straight into Betty as Wolf exhausts the Varus, and Maple just trying to keep them down. MMD will be the sacrifice. Faker grabs his first kill of this game.
And this is why SKT has low kill participation percentages. Watch Uni, he's winning the game down in the bottom lane, taking that inhibitor. Faker gets his first kill of 6 while being the sole carry. They play the map.
But I'm still disappointed, guys. I really wanted to see Faker end this game 0-0-0 and pick up an MVP. Make me smile as an analyst, but picks up the scoreline. Scoreline ruined now. Sorry, Faker.
Well, sorta. Good pluck again. Manages to prevent his teammate from dying. Nahuni, who is running a rampage here. 1v3 on this inhibitor. Might just try and take it in with him, but Betty's going to be the first target. Ignite is done. Betty burns the flash. Huni does not care. Gets a 1v3 kill. Might get out or get another kill, but SKT, the rest of them now, a call to arms to reinforce. Casted it to Wolfity. Gets him with a Q. Sorta just melts under all the damage, and Faker leaps towards the fountain to barely miss getting Maple.
We have seen some crazy games this tournament. We have seen Peanut pick up 14 kills in 11 minutes, and still this game surprises me the most. Faker's performance, outstanding. They're looking to dive the fountain, you know, whatever, and end the game.
I mean, the first game ended pretty quickly. This one's going to be even faster. SKT going to take down yet another Nexus and push Flash Wolves to the limit.
2 Barons in 2 games, and they end the game while they have the Baron. They're turning the corner on these victories so fast and decisively. Yeah, everyone definitely made sure to polish it after what they saw Xie do on it in the last day of the group stage. They were playing it a lot coming in, but now we're pulling it out in an important, meaningful game.
And you look down both teams and you look for Initiator, really isn't one. You know, honestly, it's 2 kite back comps to great degree. Feels like the Rumble ultimate will be to control space. You don't have a lot to capitalize on. There's no ball carrier. This is the snowball draft. This is very much about kiting back, controlling objectives. Feels like the team with the jungle control will have so much power because they can dictate where the fights occur.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of sieging and potentially a lot of objective trading. This is a style that I feel like SKT has really pioneered more than other teams. Incredibly low initiation, but that does not mean they're unwilling to do things.
On Ivern, so both he and Peanut in this tournament, fit the tournament meta, picked it up. And speaking of Castle,
now Castle looking for him, but Faker does have the subs, already flashes out of the way, but
they have the angle on him.
Faker just has to keep running. Bot lane's pushing. That's bad news.
Ezreal or Karma could collapse onto Faker. He is dead.
Maple wants to try and take it down, but Faker's going to buy as much time as he can. Faker still has a barrier. Might just hold a root call land, and first blood goes to Maple.
On Vision. You know, Vision is the big factor we've talked about. The Flash Wolves did have the advantage on very much in history as trading continues in bot lane. You imagine they're going to disengage, but here we go.
A little support or combo, but Betty tunked out on the other side. Castle is actually joined in now. Wolf going to get rooted and be forced to flash. Root call. It goes a little wide. Dashes to a minion. I think he's trying to get out of the way, but Castle taking too much damage. Bang gets a kill in a 2v3. Pina going to join the party. Betty zooms out of the way. He's got his flash. Forced to burn it there, but now sorta took damage on the back end. No die from Peanut, but so much force.
Certainly has been more about the counter ganking for Peanut. He has had plenty of kills, but not necessarily first blood.
Botland just keeps fighting though. Banger Wolf in another 2v2, exhaust is down. Bang getting chunked, but they need to get a little further forward. Bang taking a little too much damage. Tries to flash out of the way, but Betty, oh my god, missing shot. Bang, dodging it, the heal is up. Cost gets down, and Betty not gonna get it. Bang!
The outplay right there by Bang and Wolf.
Peanut to put the exclamation point as well.
Exactly, the fatal damage could have come through in there. Karsa.
He's getting burned down, already dies. Faker actually gets the kill. Shockwave gonna miss, that's a round 1, but MMD in there, Peanut also invading. All the camps are getting marked, but they'll get taken soon.
On the map, and even with that mid lane first blood coming through, that's about all that has happened. Now Karsa getting jumped on.
Bang, another ambush started up. Recall is gonna land for the stun. Moody though, TP'd around for a kill. Bang's gonna get another one.
Again, forcing the Arcane shift back. They manufacture fights.
Maple back in, but Faker here with the barrier flash and the Shockwave. Maple gonna flash it. Really wants to go in, but Peanut into defend already. He'll get burnt. Peanut, huge damage, and Faker shuts it down with a dissonance.
Hoping to just keep chipping away on that bottom side, waiting for Flash Wolves to overcommit. They could also be waiting for their soul lanes to hit level 11 because they hit such tremendous power spikes when compared to what the Galio and Lucian hit at level 11.
Flashes forward, Wild in there. Goodbye, Maple. I mean, it's 5,000 gold up now for SKT. It's going to be 6 soon as this turret falls in the bottom side. And it's strange to watch them play sometimes, because it doesn't always look like much, but somehow they're ridiculously far ahead. Bang again onto Betty, getting aggressive. Venom Cast goes in. Hicks helping out. Redemption might have been enough to save him. Not in range for the Contaminate, so Betty lives this time. Bang back on there, but he's frontlining with the Wild Growth on him. As Bang bursts the ultimate Maple though. Oh, the calling. He's not going to get... Oh, not going to get blocked as Wolf takes a lot of damage on the other side. Bang, looking to get sniped. Betty does take a Wolf now. Bang going down. Flash roll. Signs of life, finally.
It didn't see it, so the Galio will come as a surprise.
Caster and Maple burning damage onto the tower, but here's MMD. Flash Storm finds two. There's the Justice Plus knocks up Peanut. Great hold up from Huni. Galio also back on the Caster to protect him. Huni just too much pressure on his own.
Yeah, MMD didn't have any more initiation. The ult onto Caster allowed him to tank the equalizer for the longest time. So actually, even though it looked comical was the right move, here's Huni though.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Huni aggressive TP down towards Betty. Got Wolf behind him as well. Betty already going to get taken down. Elan's over the top, and Wolf going to get himself a kill in the game. Betty turned into a critter. Betty autos the trinket, and Wolf.
But when you do that, the rest of SKT knows exactly how to play around it.
Bang at it again. Maple going to get ulted up as Bang just turns it on. Damage is more than enough.
Submarine plays have begun. Don't even need a Shen. Just the Orianna ball enough to launch him into range onto the Lucian. And the thing you have to take away from this game is that also, because the comps are pretty similar, the gold lead means even more. There's no real tools extra in the Flash Wolves comp to take out SKTs. There's so little initiation. Speaking of initiation,
Two-man shockwave, Huni flashes over. Walker at the top of it, then it's going to go straight forward. Huni does go down in the struggle. For the tower, they will get MMD flashes forward, looking for a follow-up, but has to get up pretty quickly.
Which has happened in the past. So.
okay. Well, I mean, betting on players for getting to heal.
Yeah, it's not an SKT style.
Well, they'll just take the Baron instead. They got more than enough damage for this on Caster. With a smite, might make it happen. It's already too late, though.
Try to get camps and other things against the flow of the game. But with SKT ahead, there's our Nexus turret. Sorry, inhibitor turret.
Bold ultimate from Betty. Just being immobile for a second with Faker right there, but they have to clear the waves. Have to do something. Shockwave going to threaten. MMD going to look for a taunt. Gets three people. Maple going to turn it back around. Faker low, but he doesn't go down yet with the shields. MMD ulti's back on the Maple, but the Shockwave's going to seal MMD's fate. Huni diving into the backline, trying to take a Caster as Pino grabs a double there with Maple going down. SKT going to look to end it all.
That's both solo laders down for Flash Wolves. We talked about that timer. They're right on time.
Timer looking good so far, and SKT going to look for this first Nexus turret. Second in a fall pretty soon here as they TB back in with Huni. Daisy mounting his back opened up, and the swell of pressure has built into a wave that looks, the force of which looks to cleave Flash Wolves straight into. They will sweep the Flash Wolves, they will defend their MSI championship, and they will do what they have always done, achieve victory.